All right, we're in middle October, and that means some more curious games. We're going to start off with a kind of bit of a clunker, Matt, but it is Oregon, the number 2 team in the country. They're going to go to all the way across the country, basically. They are 27.5 point favorite at Purdue. David Ching's Purdue Boilermakers.
Ooh, Purdue stinks. That's a lot of points, though, coming, I guess across the country. It's just the Midwest, so it's half the country, I guess, right? Maybe. Coming off a big win like that, give me a little step down after that big win over Ohio State. They'll win the game comfortably. A lot of points, though. Purdue stinks, but I'm going to take the points.
Right.
I'm gonna go with the opposite. I think that they've got momentum off of last week. I think that you can ride the high off of that game at least for the next week. Like you said, Purdue's not good. Oregon, are they quite the championship contender that they were previously thought to believe? Even with the Ohio State win, I'm not exactly sure, but I think that they're good enough, and we'll start getting this ball rolling here. I think I'll take the Ducks to cover.
I'm going to use mass logic. I'll take the Boilermakers just because I think this is asking a lot. They're clearly better than Purdue, but I've seen Purdue be pretty good at times in these situations. Ohio State a couple years ago when they just thumped them. Another Friday night game, and I would not want to get into this snake pit here. Oklahoma State goes to BYU, Ryan. The Cougs are a 9-point favorite over the Pokes.
I was hoping it wasn't going to be that big of a line. I'm going to take them, though. I think BYU's just been better this season. Oklahoma State is one of the more, if it can be, they're one of the more disappointing teams of the Big 12 this season, right? A lot of hype with the running back, but that's kind of all the hype that they had. And BYU's been good, and they've been beating teams at night. They've been doing it sneakily while everyone's asleep at 10:30. I think they do it here.
Matt?
Yeah, those they're Mormon up there, right? Those crazy Mormons, they've got a good little team. I like Ryan. I think it's going to be big time BYU party that night if they have those. But they're going to take down the Pokes at home. I think it'll be a fun, sober atmosphere. They're going to be wild. Give me the Cougars. Cougars to take this one.
Lots of apologies. All apologies to our Mormon audience out there. Respectfully. I'm going to go, I'll go with the Fighting Mitt Romneys as well. That's my dad went to school at Utah State, which is it's a public school, and he can tell you the difference between the two. Nonetheless, I think BYU is not a lot of fun to play at. No, thank you. I just have no interest in doing that at all. Michigan is a 3-point favorite. Is only a 3-point favorite at Illinois. This game, by the way, Illinois, big state. People don't know a lot about it. You got Chicago, which is where the population is, and you've got Champaign, which is where the University of Illinois is. No one's there. This is a ranked matchup, and so I'm going to take the Fighting Illini. I'm going to go. They are getting 3. I'll grab it at home, Ryan. The Illini. I'm going to go with it.
Yeah, we're doing these picks on the fly, I think, unless I missed
they're not on the fly. You can do your own work ahead of time. You just don't know which game's going to pick.
We just don't know which games, but I'm assuming this one's going to be the easiest choice for me all week, which is going to be taking Illinois here. I think they might straight up just
expand on this.
They're good, man. They've got some fight in them. They've done it at night when everyone's watching. On a Friday, they can win in overtime. I like their quarterback. I think he's gritty. I'm blanking on his name. I think it ends with Meyer. But I'm going with Illinois here. I don't think Michigan's that great.
Yeah, I think Illinois might be better too. Wouldn't surprise me at all if they won this game. So I feel pretty good about this. We all do, which means it's not going to work out. But I'm going to take the Fighting Illini too over the Wolverines. Big game for Illinois. They've had a really good season. Same with Indiana. I expect the momentum to keep rolling for Illinois. Brett Bielema knows what he's doing now. So I'm going to take Illinois here.
It's a big game for. I have to say, it's a big game for Michigan too. If you're halfway through the season and you're 3-3, I mean that would be a rough look. Let me make sure that what I just said is correct. They'd be 4-3. Excuse me. We're gonna go. I just don't even. We're gonna go Missouri as a 4.5-point favorite at home at noon. At home at noon against the Auburn Tigers, Matt. I'm going to regret this, but I'm going to take Missouri. Auburn just has a hard time scoring. Yeah, look at the faces. It's tough out there.
Yeah, I don't want to, but I'm going to take Missouri too. At home, I could see Auburn just not being ready to play, still having quarterback issues. Could be one of those Luther Burton games where he breaks out for like 12 for like 160 and 2 touchdowns, and you're like, oh yeah, that guy's still really, really good. Give me the Tigers from Missouri, Ryan.
Yeah, you said 8-point favorite.
Missouri is a 4.5-point favorite.
Oh yeah, yeah, I'm taking Missouri there. I thought you said 8. That's easy.
Did I make my pick?
I know that Missouri is not as good as they looked at the beginning of the year, and I think they're back to reality for what they are. But they're better than Auburn. And 4 points, I'll take that.
I don't know if I made my pick, but I'm taking Missouri in this game just because of the Golden Girls. We've got at the Dome Notre Dame visiting Georgia Tech on ESPN, no less. Oh man, it's gotten bad. It's gotten bad out there when Notre Dame has gotten kicked off of ABC in favor of the SEC. Just for the record. The Golden Domers, another religious school, Matt. You want to go with some like a horns blast or something like that? Notre Dame, 11-point favorite over the Jackets, who are 5-2.
You said 1.5-point favorite on the road.
11-point favorite.
11-point favorite. Give me the Jackets. Give me the Jackets. I'll take that. What about you, Ryan?
Yeah, I like Georgia Tech here. I think that, you know how I feel about Notre Dame. I've said it every single time we pick them. I don't believe that they're a playoff contender. I don't believe in their offense, and I think that Georgia Tech is kind of a fun team to watch. Honestly, they're one of the more fun teams that I've enjoyed watching this season. I think it's tough to defend what they do on offense, and they've got a lot of skill position guys. They've got some spunk to them. I've got the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Irish here. Tech has beaten teams that are not good. They've also got a couple losses that, you know, they probably shouldn't have lost to Syracuse, but they earned that loss to Louisville. So give me Notre Dame. All right, we're gonna wrap with 3 big SEC games. LSU Tigers, Matt, are gonna go to Arkansas. I'm certain this game is in Fayetteville, and as you talk about it, I will confirm it is in Fayetteville. LSU's only a 2.5-point favorite. This has been a tricky through the years place for LSU to play.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take the Razorbacks at home. That quarterback could give that LSU defense some trouble. Big win against Ole Miss at home. I just feel like that's how this whole college football season is going. That's gonna be tough to play out there. Arkansas is gonna be ready. Sounds dumb, and maybe it is dumb. Give me the Razorbacks at home.
I don't think it's that dumb, but I disagree with you. I'm going LSU. I'm a big Garrett Nussmeier guy. I like their weapons. I think that they've got kind of everything that you need on offense. It's just the other side of the ball that's been a little bit questionable. But I think that LSU's good enough and sneaky SEC contender. They're not going to win the league, but they're a sneaky contender to get into the SEC championship, right? Are they the only undefeated team in the SEC right now?
Them in Texas.
Exactly. I got the Tigers.
All right, I'm going to take Arkansas and the free points. I still don't trust LSU. I don't care that they're number 8. I've watched them enough to know they are not trustable. Alabama goes to Neyland Stadium. The Tide are a 3-point favorite over the Tennessee Vols. A few weeks ago, I've taken Tennessee, Matt. I'm going to take Bama here. I really don't know what will happen in this game. Tennessee's not playing well right now. And not that Alabama really is. Honestly, this last 10 quarters of Alabama football has been straight up bad. But it's been bad. So you tell me what you think. I got the Tide in this one.
I'm leaning Alabama's way too. I just trust them to get it together before Tennessee does. At this point, we're looking at Tennessee like, okay, it wasn't a fluke when you lost to, what was it, Arkansas? You look bad against Florida. Maybe they're just not good. I think Alabama still is more talented, and I think they are able to score. I'm not sure if Tennessee is going to be able to score with them, so I'm going to take Alabama on the road, Ryan.
Oh, wait a second. I'm sure they can score on anybody. Almost anybody can score on Alabama. I mean, Alabama gave up 40. Go ahead, defend yourself.
Tennessee's looked ugly.
I
get what you're saying. They've looked ugly on offense. So maybe they get it together this week, but I don't know. I'm still leaning Alabama's way.
Yeah, I don't think you could trust either of these teams, and I trust Tennessee less than I trust Alabama. And I'm with Matt. The offense is just it's not what people thought it was. And I'm taking what Matt said at the beginning of the season. They needed all those style points when they were putting up 70 and 69 points against these cupcake teams. There's no reason to be doing that, right? There's not a real reason to be doing that. I've got Alabama. I don't feel amazing about it, but I feel okay about it.
Yeah, I don't know if I feel amazing about any of these either. Georgia's a 3.5-point dog at Texas. Ryan, we'll go right back to you. Tell the haters where to send the email.
Look, I've picked Georgia to win every single game that they've played since I started at Dawg Post, and this is the first time that I am going into it, and I think that they're going to lose a football game. I've got Texas minus 3.5. I think they win by somewhere between 7 and 14 points in that range. I do think this is the best team in college football. I understand that they aren't tested. I would feel differently about this game if it was in Athens, but it's in Austin, and that's ultimately where I've got it. I think they're the best team in college football playing at home at night. This is a matchup they've been waiting all offseason for, and I think they're going to show up and play. Georgia is going to put up a fight, but I think it's not going to be enough. Season's not over for the Dogs, but I've got Texas in this one.
Matt, I'm going to go before you. I'm going to take Texas to cover this line as well. I'm not sure about 14 point. I'm not sure where you're getting 7 to 14 point. 14 is an ambitious number. If Georgia loses by 14, go ahead.
That range.
All
That
right.
could be a touchdown and 2 field goals. It could be a touchdown and a field goal. It could be a touchdown. I just think it's going to be somewhere like that. No more than 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know what will happen in this game, to be honest with you. I mean, I could see either team winning, quite frankly, which is what I said, I think, before the Bama Georgia game. There is plenty of hand wringing right now in Athens. I think it's way overdone, or at least online with folks, which is what people do. But games in Austin, you have a very, very good Texas team. If Georgia wins this game, I would imagine that's they're in the playoff at that point. They very well could be in the SEC championship, which I'm not sure if they want to be or not. I don't know, but I think the comfortable play here is to take Texas, but I don't know. I mean, I think my only caveat is I don't know who's really going to win the game, and secondly is the loser of this game is still fine by my account because there's no game left that either of them should lose. Go ahead, Matt.
Yeah, I kind of went back and forth on this. I do think it's going to be a 4-quarter game. I do think it can come down to the wire. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if this was a 1-possession game at the end. I'm going to take Texas. I thought with the 3.5, I might pick Georgia there. But I do think it'll be closer than people think. And I think Georgia could win this game more than, like Dean was saying, more than people on the interwebs or whatever, not giving Georgia a chance. I think that's kind of ridiculous. I just think, like Ryan said, playing in Austin on the road, always tough to play on the road in the SEC, whether it's in Lexington, Austin, wherever, Nashville, if you're Alabama.
I was going to say.
So at the end, I think Texas pulls away. I think they're the better team. They're playing better right now. I think Georgia will give them a real fight down to the end, but I'm going to take Texas to cover.
I just want to say, I don't know that Texas is the better team, but I recognize the situation, which is you think they are.
I think they are. We don't know.
I don't know.
You're right. Because they haven't been truly tested, we don't know for sure. But from what we've seen, I think so too.
Yeah, I'm not as certain about that part, but I am certain where the game's being played. So that I do think makes a difference. And if you don't, then ask Alabama how their trip to Nashville was, or Virginia Tech about their trip to Nashville, or anybody at Georgia that's going to play at Georgia since 2019. I mean, that stuff matters. But it's on Kirby and them. They got to do a really good job. This is a completely winnable game. Sark is a really good coach. He's got what looks like a good defense. So I love this. I don't know how many people are going to watch it. Maybe 10 to 12 million people. That's going to be a lot. And we'll just see. So thanks for watching. Sign up for our newsletter. We'll see you on the next video.